The foundation of Dave Kindig's life was a straightforward concept. Every vehicle has the potential to be a work of art. He has transformed the concept of custom construction from the floors of Kindig-It Design in Salt Lake City, transforming metal and creativity into dynamic works of art. Every build reveals a tale of accuracy and creative decisions that have won him admiration throughout the world. Away from the cameras, the same enthusiasm that made him one of the most renowned names in car design is also evident in his personal collection. Come discover the amazing collection of cars owned by Dave Kindig. The Kindig CF1 is at the top of Dave's collection. It honors the first year of America's sports automobile while addressing the shortcomings that once constrained it, drawing inspiration from the 1953 Corvette. Dave wanted the design to feel and drive like a contemporary machine while maintaining the historic shape. Doug's Performance built the CF1's carbon fiber body, and to increase space for the driver and passenger, the cockpit was extended by 4.5 inches. In order to improve the seating position and increase comfort behind the steeply slanted windshield, the firewall was relocated forward and the floor pans were lowered between the frame rails. Beneath the lightweight shell lies a specially designed roadster shop chassis for the CF1, complete with big Wilwood disc brakes, rack and pinion steering, and C7 Corvette suspension parts. The CF1's engine is a Lingenfelter-built 427 LS V8 with 650 horsepower and a 4L80E transmission. Every component, from the Borla exhaust to the fin valve covers, was picked for its aesthetic appeal and functionality. The Kindig CF1 is more than just a Corvette that has been updated. It demonstrates Dave Kindig's conviction that classic design can always be refined. The 1953 Corvette known as 12 Air is one of Dave Kindig's most well-known inventions. Inspired by the 1953 GM Motor Show's Corvette-based Corvair design, it uses contemporary workmanship to reinvent one of America's first dream automobiles. Every single component was created from scratch, despite taking design inspiration from both the C1 and C7 Corvettes. The 9.2L all-aluminum V12 LS engine that powers Dave's 12 Air was specially built by Racecast Engineering. When combined with an 8-speed automatic C7 GM8L90E transmission, it offers the smoothness of a contemporary Grand Tourer along with raw strength. Frames and panels combine to form a single structure in the body's monocoque design. Its suspension, which has a single lateral coilover push rod and sway bar arrangement that offers the car unparalleled precision, was inspired by Formula One. Just so you know, Dave's first attempt to compete for the Riddler Award was the 12A, which was both a technical challenge and a personal victory. Dave Kindig's personal collection has a special place for the 2010 Mercedes-Benz CL63 AMG. Dave chose the AMG because of what it already offered, not because of what he could alter, in contrast to many other bespoke builds. In a nutshell, the CL63 is a sophisticated combination of power and refinement. Its 6.3L AMG V8 engine, which generates more than 500 horsepower, is located behind its long hood. The exhaust note has the deep, assured sound that characterizes AMG engineering, and the 7-speed automatic transmission offers smooth, quick responsiveness. Even when it is at rest, its two-door design and broad stance give it a commanding presence. Soft leather and fine workmanship encircle the driver inside the cabin. The seating posture is low and well-balanced for extended trips, and every control and surface feels purposeful. In his collection today, the 2010 CL63 AMG serves as evidence that occasionally excellence is present from the start. The 55 Going, one of Dave's most audacious reimaginings of a European classic, reflects his love for Mercedes. What started out as a fiberglass replica body quickly evolved into a display of expert artistry and engineering. Dave aimed to give the original Gullwing the dependability and performance of a contemporary Grand Tourer while preserving its elegance. He collaborated with Roadster Shop to construct a unique fast-track chassis with separate front and rear suspensions in order to do that. The car's steadiness and smooth handling go well beyond its historic origins thanks to the setup. A 454 cubic inch Harrop-injected GM-LSX engine and a 6L90E transmission are located beneath the hood. The 300SL's iconic lines are still present in the body, with just minor changes made to improve its proportions. The automobile was finished in underslated, a soft metallic gray from AkzoNobel's modern classic collection, and an original aluminum bonnet was inserted into the fiberglass shell. The Gullwing is still a flawless fusion of American strength and European elegance today, not merely a duplicate. One of Dave's most talked about restorations is the 1959 Buick Invicta, often known as blue suede shoes, which was carried out with the accuracy that characterizes his vision. With its wide fins, flowing chrome lines, and a presence that encapsulated the optimism of its time, the Invicta was initially one of Buick's most expressive designs from the late 1950s. It was designed for both comfort and style. Its original hood had a 401 nailhead 58, which is renowned for its strength and smooth power. Dave set out to give it a new, music tail when it got to Kindig-It Design. The objective was to maintain the classic appearance of the Invicta while modernizing it with accuracy. The car's sweeping curves were slightly sharpened to accentuate its natural proportions after the body was meticulously restored and rebuilt where necessary. Music, each panel was perfectly aligned and straightened before being given a rich bespoke finish in a light metallic blue known as blue suede shoes. A modified roadster shop chassis underneath the body gave the vehicle improved handling and stability. The original nailhead was replaced with a potent LS-based engine and a contemporary transmission for dependable, smooth operation. The inside was redone with brushed details and premium leather, echoing the car's 1950s roots but providing a modern look. One of Dave's most ambitious projects to date, the Buick required more than 13,000 hours of hands-on labor in 18 months to complete. Dave's 58 Lincoln Continental Maybelline started out as an homage to a legendary figure in American history. The Chuck Berry song that narrated the tale of a Cadillac racing a V8 Ford inspired the moniker, which was ideal for a build that emphasized style, power, and rhythm. One of the biggest vehicles of its time, the Lincoln was a declaration of luxury and self-assurance at a period when appearance was more important than functionality. The goal of Dave Kindig and his group was to maintain that tradition while making the vehicle truly remarkable. The project began with a full reconstruction of an Art Morrison GT Sport chassis designed to provide the Lincoln with balance and control while supporting the weight of a contemporary powertrain. The Lincoln's identity was preserved by reworking the tail lamp panel and tucking the bumpers to create a neater, more contoured profile. A 600 cubic inch V12 Falconer engine with dual Magnuson superchargers is located beneath the hood. With its approximately 1,000 horsepower, it transformed the once gentle cruiser into a powerful touring vehicle. The engine bay is revealed like a showcase piece through a glass hood insert, highlighting the skill that went into each part. Soft beer foam leather, bespoke Dakota digital gauges, and finely crafted trim adorn the cabin's JS custom interiors. The finished product is a smooth fusion of modern engineering and traditional design. Another contemporary luxury vehicle in Dave's own garage is the Porsche Panamera Gran Turismo. He calls it his snob rod, a vehicle that was picked for its functionality and subtle status. The Panamera has a secure home in a collection that is otherwise dominated by custom classics since it is housed in a two-story custom garage behind Kindig-It Designs. Dave's penchant for elegance and refinement is reflected in the Panamera's cabin, which has carbon fiber inlays in Bordeaux black leather. He was also satisfied with the driving experience. The car combines dynamics and luxury in a way that reflects his admiration for well-executed engineering. Another aspect of Dave's vision is revealed when the Panamera Gran Turismo is added to his collection. One that prioritizes factory design completeness over customizing individual project. One of the most powerful cars in history, the Ferrari 458 Italia, is one of the gorgeous cars arranged in Dave's garage. It has a form that conveys speed and accuracy at first glance. From the pointed nose to the broad rear hunches that characterize its balance, every line flows purposefully. A 4.5L naturally aspirated V8 with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is located behind the engine cover. The combination produces an engine growl that rises neatly through each gear and a smooth, instantaneous response. The same theme of elegance is present within the cockpit. Every element adheres to the straightforward principle of purpose above decoration, and the seats are covered in hand-stitched leather with carbon fiber trim. The 458 Italia is still one of the few vehicles in Dave's collection that hasn't been altered. It's a car that deserves to be in his collection without any rethinking. A collaboration between Damaso and Ford led to the creation of Dave's 72 Toso Panta. Driven by Ford's 351 Cleveland 58, it combined American muscle and Italian design and was offered for sale through Lincoln Mercury dealerships. The Pantera appeared to be a true exotic due to its midinine layout and sharp lines. However, compared to the European sports cars of its era, it was much more accessible. Dave went out to improve the car, which was already a daring concept, when it came at Kindig-It Design. The body was hand reshaped to lower its stance, smooth its surfaces, and tighten its proportions. A unique chassis was constructed underneath it to provide control and balance appropriate for contemporary performance. The original Ford the 5.8 was replaced by a 5.9L Coyote engine and a Ford GT transmission, which seamlessly transfers power to the back wheels. My green, a metallic green hue blended with Akzonobil's current classic style, is worn on the outside. The finish is completed with unique EVOD wheels and chrome embellishments from Ogden Chrome. The completed Pantera is now a monument to American might and Italian style. Rebuilt with the accuracy and moderation that characterized Dave's perspective. The '60 Cadillac Copper Caddy has a particular place in Dave's collection. It started out as an audacious idea of American luxury. On the open road, the original coupe was renowned for its long lines and pointed fins. Designed for comfort and presence more than speed, it was a symbol of success in its day. Dave came up with the idea to change it because he wanted to combine that timeless shape with contemporary elegance. The project began as a complete demolition. Each panel was precisely aligned and molded. To eliminate any extra lines, the body was smoothed and the roof was cut. The intention was to convey the essence of the Cadillac in a way that seemed classic and unadulterated. A bespoke chassis with independent suspension and a potent contemporary V8 engine fits beneath the contoured body. The Copper Caddy has the power of a sports car and the ride qualities of a luxury cruiser thanks to this mix. American performance cars were still figuring out who they were when the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback made its debut. It was small, strong, and readily identifiable. It stood out from everything else on the road because to its long hood and sloping roofline. Dave tackled his sculpture with the intention of giving it the accuracy of a contemporary build while preserving its original flair. With a full Tyrone, the process got underway. To achieve ideal balance, each body panel was straightened and reshaped, the lines were tightened, and the proportions were perfected. The car had a tidy and intent appearance once the stance was changed to sit lower. The Mustang's handling was changed by a revised chassis and suspension setup. The high-performance Ford the 5.8 engine under the hood provided the kind of power the original had always alluded to. To provide a deep, smooth note that complemented the car's new personality, the exhaust system was hand-fabricated. The cabin's interior blends workmanship and heritage. The interior was precisely furnished with fine leather, polished trim, and unique gauges. The 1965 Mustang's essence was encapsulated in the completed Fastback. Rebuilt with the attention to detail and expertise that characterized Dave Kindig's work. One of Dave's best renditions of a genuine American classic is the 1963 split-window Corvette. The second-generation Corvette was introduced with the first model. Its split rear glass and aerodynamic form make it readily recognizable. When the car got to Kindig-It Design, Dave wanted to preserve its essence while updating all of the parts and surfaces to contemporary standards. The body was reduced to bare fiberglass, straightened, and reassembled until each curve matched his exacting standards. The automobile now has the balance and control of a modern performance machine thanks to a new chassis installed below. Along with a specially designed exhaust system that was adjusted to fit its tone, a Chevrolet small block engine designed for smooth response and consistent power was installed. Upgrades to the braking and suspension systems allowed for confident yet comfortable handling. Every body line was highlighted by the rich metallic silver finish, which also gave the vehicle a sophisticated, classic appearance. The cabin's interior is presented simply but accurately. The seats are wrapped in fine brown leather. The trim flawlessly complements the car's restored geometry, and the gauges are housed within polished bezels. The '69 Camaro owned by Dave Kindig is the realization of a lifelong ambition. Dave regarded the car as more than just another project when it got to Kindig-It Design. He picked it to represent one of only 3 cars equipped with the Mercury Racing SB4 engine. He created one of the most striking black Camaros, inspired by the green inside and determined to steer clear of a cliched red or gray theme. The engine bay's green components and the interior's green leather served as that distinctive visual clue. A roadster shop fast-track chassis built into the unibody lies beneath the body, providing the vehicle with contemporary balance and structure. The exterior includes a low-profile carbon rear deck spoiler, shaved rain gutters, and flush-mount door handles. The finish, which is painted in black ice from the modern classic line with a forest green accent, changes somewhat in response to light. The cabin is covered in olive-colored leather thanks to JS Custom Interiors. Dakota Digital HDX gauges and a Sparco DD Stallion steering wheel add a contemporary vibe. The 1959 Porsche 356A Outlaw, which is part of Dave's collection, is a modern-day example of a legend's revival. Porsche's early design philosophy was well embodied in the original 356A. Small and easy to operate mechanically, the automobile was designed to foster connections. Its balanced handling and small weight define what a true driver's automobile ought to be. Dave Kindig found potential in its timeless nature and elegant shape, which gave rise to the idea for its renovation. His goal was to produce a version that would both showcase his own design philosophy and pay homage to Porsche's history. Before rebuilding started, the car was completely disassembled and stripped to its bare shell. The Kindig design team redesigned each panel by hand to reduce the stance and polish the proportions. The bumpers were drawn closer to the body. Ogden Chrome repaired all of the chrome, and an aluminum rear deck lid was constructed. A 2.5L flat-6 engine manufactured by Polo Motors was mounted under the hood and paired with a 5-speed 901 transmission. 912 components were used in the re-engineered suspension and braking systems, which gave the vehicle poise and accuracy well beyond its time. The 356A Outlaw is still regarded as one of Dave Kindig's outstanding inventions. One of the most unique cars ever created, the 1939 GM Future Liner pays homage to Porsche's original idea and was restored with the patience and beauty that characterize his work. Only 12 were ever constructed to display design and technology across the United States, despite being created by General Motors for its parade of development. Dave spotted an opportunity as well as a challenge when one of these uncommon machines arrived at Kindig-It Design. The objective was to improve the Future Liner's construction and usability for contemporary roads while restoring it to its former splendor. Due to the project's size, disassembly was necessary. In accordance with the original Art Deco form, each panel was reconstructed, aligned, and completed. Music. A specially designed chassis built for strength and maneuverability rests beneath the enormous body. Its weight was managed with the addition of contemporary suspension and brake systems, and its original drivetrain was swapped out for a dependable modern powertrain to guarantee smooth running. The design was revitalized by the hand-polished, distinctive red and cream finish. The message of skill and advancement that the repaired Future Liner conveyed in 1939 is still present today. It is still regarded as one of Dave Kindig's most significant and technically challenging accomplishments. Family is said to be the compass that directs us all. That proved to be the case for Dave Kindig. The 1947 Cadillac started out as a proudly constructed family vehicle. It was once owned by a man named Jacques in Boise and has since been a testament to the craftsmanship that has been handed down through the generations. Later, it was maintained by Jack's sons in their race shop, where they installed a huge 604 cubic inch Donovan engine that gave it strength well beyond its years. The automobile was sent to Kindig-It Designs for a whole makeover following Jack's death. Dave wanted to rebuild it as a sophisticated performance machine while maintaining its charm. For stability and balance, the body was redesigned, stripped to bare metal, and placed on a brand new Art Morrison chassis. To save the original skirts, the rear fenders were stretched by 2 inches, and new floor panels were made by hand to accommodate the wider wheels. A 427 cubic inch Lingfelter Eliminator engine and a 4L80E transmission power the Cadillac's legacy with accuracy and grace. The Cadillac is now more than just a classic that has been restored. It's a celebration of family craftsmanship and music that has been revived with the same pride and enthusiasm that gave it its start.